Indy 500 Films presents The Legends of the Brickyard.
If you had to describe the month of May of 1986 in one word, it would have to be extremely long. Well, that's two words. Anyway, speed, safety, and rain led to one of the most emotional 500 classics in history. Hi, everyone. I'm Larry Newber.
And I'm Bob Jenkins. While the cars climbed to speeds never dreamed possible in years past, increased safety factors allowed several drivers to walk away unhurt from disastrous accidents. But no one knew how to solve Mother Nature's attitude problem, which resulted in the longest race delay ever at the Brickyard.
Well, despite all those delays, the 1986 Indianapolis 500 provided some of the fastest action in history and one of the most memorable and emotional victories in many years.
It begins on a morning in early May, just as it has for the past 75 years. New, untried speed creations are tested to prove the designer's dream of a winning combination. Sometimes the machine is at fault. Sometimes the driver lacks expertise or shows poor judgment in a tight, split-second situation. The successful effort brings together the best of a group of people with special talents. They learn to work together in a marriage of supportive skills, all calculated to put their car and driver into the winner's circle of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And yet, despite all modern diagnostic tools, there comes a moment, as it must have been to a Ben-Hur counterpart 2,000 years ago, when there's nothing left to do but scratch your head.
This is Gasoline Alley at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
This is the way it looked just last year. Then, during the winter months, the transformation took place. The new facility can accommodate 96 race cars. Individual garages measure 20 by 25 feet, about 30% more working room than the race teams have had in the past. Does this make the search for speed any easier? Well, perhaps. But the winning effort here is still a month-long commitment by every racing team. Well, if you're wet enough, let's move on to qualifying. Mario Andretti's speed is 212.3. It's his 21st 500. Last year's winner, Danny Sullivan, raises the speed to 215.382, a new track record. Now, Rick Mears rolls out to see if he can find a way into the record book. His first lap, 217.581. That's an all-time new record. The average, 216.828. It looks like Rick has the pull. Michael Andretti posts 214.522, faster than Mario. Bobby Rahal of Dublin, Ohio, turns 213.550. Al Unser Jr., he's just driven 211.533. And in case you're wondering, Senior ran 212.295. At home, they're father and son, but here, they're competitors. Kevin Cogan, post 211.922. And three-time winner Johnny Rutherford drives 210.220. On a weekday practice, Mario tests his already qualified car. Something broke in the right rear, and the car is forced into the wall.
I never had an impact like this, head-on impact in the wall in my career. I remained conscious throughout. I mean, I was totally conscious throughout the whole thing and remember every aspect of it.
Mario will drive his backup car in the race, but he must start at the back of the field. A.J. Foyt qualifies for his 29th consecutive 500 with a speed of 213.212. Dick Simon, the oldest driver at age 52, runs afoul of the rule book, and it looks as though he will be the first alternate. His team driver, Raul Boisel, makes the field with a 211.202. Something broke on Dennis Firestone's car. Other cars are involved. It's mechanical carnage in the main straightaway during the carburation run on Thursday preceding the race. It is a miracle. No fuel leaks, no fires. This is a case of Goodyear protecting Firestone. Race day, overcast and cool. The faithful are there to watch 33 drivers, but the rain comes down and everyone waits. The day wears on as the infield turns to a sea of mud. The next day, the rains continue. The traditional balloons lose their oomph. The race is postponed until next Saturday.
1986 was only the second time in history that the race was postponed without a single engine being fired. The other time was in 1915. And Dick Simon is the only man in modern history to start the race as an alternate.
The Indiana weather is warm and sunny. Thousands of fair-legged spectators return to watch their favorites compete for the biggest prize in racing history. the Firestone accident, Mario has moved up several positions. Dick Simon has been given the 33rd spot.
Is the chairman of the board of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Mr. Tony F. Hall.
Are all running. No, Tom Sneva, pole of the third row, is late starting. Now he's running. All 33 cars are on their way. Flag is out. On the backstretch, Tom Sneva's car has veered off course and stopped in the infield. The red flag is out. The field comes to a halt in the main straightaway. Sneva's car is towed away. It begins to look as if this race will never be run. A decision is made to replace 3 gallons of fuel for each car. So as anxious crews wait, the tanks are refilled. Last week, Bobby Rahall's umbrella shed rain. Now it keeps him from sunburn. Leading the race, but his name is Michael. Close behind are Rick Mears, Kevin Cogan, and Bobby Rahal. Suddenly, Mario Andretti is coasting. The yellow flag comes out, and there's a rush to the pits. Michael Andretti comes in. It's the 15th lap. Rick Mears is in. Tires and fuel in 16 seconds. Rahal makes his stop in 14.8 seconds. A.J. Foyt goes back into the race. Foyt is followed by Unser Sr. Now, Mears leads from the 49th through the 74th lap. Johnny Rutherford takes on fuel. So does Al Unser Jr. Sons of two 500 winners duel as the race passes the midway point.
Al Unser Jr. and Michael Andretti became the third and fourth sons to follow in their father's footsteps by leading the race. The other two, Gary Bettenhausen and Billy Vukovich II.
Now Rahal leads. And Kevin Kogan is in the pits, but only for 20 seconds. A.J. Foyt spins in the pits as he comes in. His brake system has failed, and he's lucky to be off the course and safe. The car will race another day. A.J. climbs out as the records show that he has passed 10,000 miles of Speedway competition in 29 years. Jim Gilmore, his car owner, is not having a happy day. In turn 3, Fritz Vogler hits the wall. One more casualty of this fast-moving 500. Jacques Villeneuve takes a long, lingering look at the back end of his car, perhaps in hopes of changing what his mechanic has told him. Teammates duel in the main straightaway. Then Bobby Rahal comes in on the 166th lap. Could it be that he's planning to go the rest of the way without a stop? 19.2 seconds, and he's back chasing Mears. It's Mears, Rahal, and Kogan. Michael Andretti, almost a lap down, is in front, but running fourth. Now Kogan has passed Mears, and he's waiting for his chance to pass Rahal. He finds an extra burst of speed and passes, taking the front spot in the 188th lap. All he has to do is stay in front for the next 12 laps, and the 500 is his. Then Arie Luyendyk spins at the head of the pits. The caution light comes on, and it looks like the race will finish on the yellow with Kogan a certain victory.
And the pace car is on the course in front of Kogan.
When you talk about records at Indianapolis, no man holds more than A.J. Foyt. While he raced past the 10,000-mile mark in 1986, he is within easy striking distance of 3 more records in 1987.
Green flag. It's a trophy dash in the 198th lap. Rahal accelerates and passes Kogan for the lead. Less than 2 laps to go, and the winner could be Rahal, Kogan, or Mears. They are all traveling within a second of each other. Climbs to 200 209 miles an hour as they approach the white flag. There it is, just one more lap to go. Checkered flag is for Bobby Rahal, who has won his first Indianapolis 500. The trip to Winner's Circle is so sweet to a driver who has dreamed for 5 years of winning the 500. He shares his victory with his wife, Debbie, their baby daughter, Michaela, and his car owner, Jim Truman, who, while terminally ill, has rallied to be able to savor this great victory. The others come in, not victorious, but already thinking of next year. Roberto Guerrero is fourth. Randy Lanier is the Rookie of the Year. Rick Mears is third. That isn't the way he planned it, but $332,000 is a pretty good day's pay. Al Jr. is fifth. His day's pay is over $113,000. Michael Andretti is sixth. Kevin Kogan came so close. Second isn't bad, but it's not first. Rahal broke Rick Mears' 1984 record, raising the race speed average to 170.722. This was truly a race to remember.
Undoubtedly, that race will always stay in the hearts of the entire True Sports team. Owner Jim Truman, who battled cancer long enough to watch his team rise to the pinnacle of auto racing, lost his fight just 11 days after the race.
However, Bob, in becoming the first driver to complete the 500 miles in less than 3 hours, Bobby Rahal's record race average of nearly 171 miles an hour is almost 100 miles an hour faster than the very first 500 back in 1911. That was one of 18 records set that day, 6 of which belonged to Bobby Rahal. Meanwhile, Roberto Guerrero kept his top 4 finishing record perfect with a 4th, while Rick Mears captured his 3rd top 3 finish in just 4 years. However, Mears' 8-year winning streak on the IndyCar circuit was later halted here in 1986. I'm Larry Newberg.
And I'm Bob Jenkins. That concludes our look at the 1986 Indianapolis 500. We hope you have enjoyed another in our series, The Legends of the Brickyard.